seems fairly reasonable to me. I'm just going to look around and see if there's any icons that stand out.
There are a number of Celtic knotted eyes.
I got 12 hits.
Yeah, there are a number of Celtic knotted eyes, but apart from that, nothing that stands out.
Well, it looks like Chuckles here has a security network.
Can I have the spirit check if he's in the apartment?
You will need to be quite close for that not to count as a remote service.
Yeah, within magic 100 meters, right? That's 500 meters.
Yeah. The spirit returns and says, I will not enter the apartment.
Alright, why not?
It would eat away at me.
So you're telling me there's a mana barrier, background count, what?
It is a mold.
Hey, what now?
It consumes mana.
It's
Oh, good. Out of character, would this apply to me too? Where I should head in there?
If somebody can find me a book reference on Fab 3, then sure, let's figure out what it does.
Oh, good.
Fab 3? Where's that from?
Good more, I think.
Probably. Give me a second.
No, it eats mana. It does what it says on the can. It can infect your astral form and kill you and stuff, and it's crazy hardcore. Like it's a bioweapon actually. It's like nuclear material. It's that level of scary.
Dual-natured creatures, but since I'm not dual-natured, that wouldn't really affect me, would it?
Unless you.
What's
you know,
the page reference?
212.
Alright, cool. You guys stop worrying about the rules. Start worrying about what the hell you're doing.
I suggest we just crash the scoot through his window and see what happens.
No.
Good plan. I agree with this.
I'll brick your spine. Which I can do even. I think I can actually brick your spine without having to roll against you with Puppeteer. Anyway, because yeah,
one second, dude. One second, Lola. One second. Because Vera wanted to say something like I think like 5 minutes ago, but I'm just curious. What did you want to say, Vera?
Wait, I had something I wanted to say.
Never mind.
I don't recall if I did then.
Okay, I think we have a plan, and it's like show up and just like roll up as a group and shoot this guy. I think that was our plan. Is that the plan that everyone has?
If that is the plan, I would rather not go in with nothing but a machine pistol and a Berwick suit.
I mean,
with a guy that uses fucking cast steel fragmenting rounds or whatever the fuck they're called. Yeah, that one.
I could get you more initiative or dodge dice.
Guy, then Vera would have stopped at her house first to grab her actual sword.
That's literally what we were hired to do.
No, we were hired to get him to back off the Shotozumi.
Yeah, well,
we were never.
We have no leverage other than violence. So.
Like literally, the Johnson told us, "You don't have to kill him; just get him to back the fuck off."
Well, no one has a plan for that. We have a plan, however, to get him back off by leaving him as a dead person, which is very backing offy, in my opinion.
I do not approve of this
I
plan.
don't see a direct confrontation like that going well with how professional this guy is.
There's 5 of us and 1 of him.
Yeah, and all his plans so far have kind of relied on him having the drop on people and not ever actually getting into a firefight with them. He doesn't like flip in through their window and kung fu them. He like shoots them from a mile away. You know,
do you really think his hideout will not be like rigged to shit? No,
Which is why Operation Dodge Scoot was a plan. We make sure he's inside, then we bomb his apartment
in downtown.
I still don't think the Dodge Scoot is actually bombed.
No, okay. I do, because he's already blown up several cars, so I don't see why he wouldn't just blow up this car of this person who's trying to hunt him or whatever.
So why hasn't he done it already?
Because I didn't get onto the scoot. and I found him, and he ran off instead of blowing me up. So that was
He didn't
because
run off
because
because you found him, though.
he ran off because I got a mark on one of his devices. He was like, "I've been rumbled, time to leave," like a professional assassin.
Regardless, if we're going to fight him, I am not fighting this guy in a Berwick suit. So if we're going to fight him and that is the plan, I need to head to Tacoma to get my stuff.
That's gonna take too long. We need
Exactly.
No, he doesn't know we know where he is.
All I have in the car is an armor jacket and a Remington suppressor, because fucked if I'm going to be carrying an EBR in broad daylight. Or even
How
night.
is that going to solve anything if we're still in downtown?
Okay.
Everything.
Right. Okay, how about this as a plan? Lola will, and Lithium can compromise his Matrix surveillance net as a means of compromising any other electronic devices he may have. This will occur at hot sim speed and preferably catch him off guard, where he was on guard before, and get access to his shit. If you have access to his shit and, you know, maybe his plans or whatever, we've rumbled his safe house, we can sort of use that as leverage for, like, please leave. And if he decides to, like, run off into the night and refuse our offer because he's now been rumbled in his safe house, we can ambush him while he's on the move instead of trying to ambush him in his home full of traps. Does that sound like a plan? Or
I
at
was
least
gonna
the
say,
semblance
That
of one?
sounds better. That sounds
Like I
better.
said, original plan. The other one was we stake out the entrance, or we get, mess with his camera so he can't see us coming. Stake out the stairwell after making sure it's clear, or the way out of his apartment, and then we flush him out by having a drone fly into his window.
I mentioned there were like 8 exits from this apartment, right?
Yeah.
How many exits are from the floor?
It's
Like I said-
a large building in downtown Seattle. There are 8 elevators and 10 stairwells.
Okay, so we just close down the net. Essentially, we stay at the ends of the corridors from his apartment.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So this relies on this
guy.
guy not having to have any plans against that or anything. I don't think that's a very strong plan. It also relies on us being able to sort of stake out a thing with guns in the middle of downtown for who knows how long. That doesn't seem like a very strong plan. I can see no real way of getting leverage on this guy without confronting him. Can anyone else think of a way to get leverage on this guy without confronting him?
We could go to the Renton site and
Actually, hold on. I've been fucking thinking this. We know where he is. We can just contact the Yaks. They can send in like 30 fucking like professional Yak hitmen. Problem solved.
We were contracted to deal with this problem, not to subcontract it
Yeah,
to
we
Yaks.
were contacted to solve this problem. We found the location of the guy you're looking for.
That was in the
Problem
job description.
solved, right?
Job description was neutralize him.
also
Yeah.
we know that this
It's
guy's
not a problem.
Yeah, we've tracked him down for you.
That's
No
not
That
problem,
was
solving the
right?
the
problem.
job. The job
Yeah,
was
well-
to deal with him, not
Yes.
track him down.
we know that he has connections inside the Yaks as well. Like he knew where the meat
No, we
was.
don't. Actually,
we
we don't know
assume
that.
as much.
We know that he can Google the Yaks because it's common knowledge how their structure kind of works.
Yeah,
But
that's
it's not
how he
common knowledge who their Johnsons are.
Also,
Or
would assume.
what jobs they put out.
Elvian said at the very beginning, if you know the Yaks, this is not their normal hideout. It was obviously changed for security purposes, and he still knew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
he
wasn't
knew
their
because he has
normal meat
cameras. How many of his cameras we found already? Like he knows because he watches everything.
Why
That's
wouldn't you
my
have a
guess,
random
anyway.
camera on the
And then if he watches everything, he'll know if we contact the Yaks.
Okay, so we hack the cameras, make sure. Okay, is there a camera in his apartment?
There is a system of cameras around the apartment.
Okay,
You
so
don't know
not
where
one
the
in
cameras are, you can just see icons.
Yeah, I haven't hacked anything yet.
So here's the question. We are heading in then.
I was gonna say either we start hacking cameras if we can locate him in his apartment. We fly in a drone holding hand grenades in the car, taped to it, and then we leave. Any access logs from the drone are gone because the drone is nothing at this point, and we just walk away. And in fact, we spread some Fab 3, but that's not our problem.
I don't know. I honestly don't.
I feel like that's not an ideal way of doing it because we have no proof that he's actually dead, and then we give him a real big reason to fucking come after us. Whereas currently we're annoyances rather than targets of priority.
Okay, we have two Sans. We got Booker and we got Vera. Like, we can try to intimidate him at gunpoint. I mean, sure.
It's not gonna work.
What do you think, Vera?
I honestly don't think a simple intimidation is going to get him to back off.
I say the best way to get him to back off is still to murder him.
I say that trying to murder him in his own place is not a good idea.
Hence,
the
flying a
flushing-
drone
flushing
after
idea-
locating
This
him,
is his
flying a
territory.
drone through the window. If he has booby traps in the apartment, it is not a problem. We are not in the building. If the apartment explodes, in fact, that's probably a bonus.
If we're talking about flushing him out, okay. Booker can cover 6 exits because he has 6 flying eyes. Elvian said there's 8 exits. We can cover the other 2, so we can flush him out and see where he goes if he uses one of the 8 exits.
We can potentially see where he goes. He seems pretty good at evading surveillance. And when I say pretty good, I mean like real good.
I mean, your fucking dodge saw
Okay.
him.
So
In
Elvian,
character
in your
here for a minute.
spellcasting macro, if the drain code is just F, do I just put 0 in the drain code thing?
Yes. If it's plus or minus 0, but yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm
sorry.
sorry. You're not gonna get Vera to walk into this guy's own apartment, and flushing him out is really the best bet. We don't want to take him on his turf, because whether he
I
knows we're
agree.
coming or not, this is his turf.
I agree with that.
I mean, like for all we know, it is in an empty apartment where he stores his second honeypot trap in the row of honeypot traps, and he was
This-
checking it when the
but-
spirit found him, and he's just walked off. He's already gone.
That would be forced. Yeah, I think I'm gonna edge that drain actually.
Alright, cool. So, what are you guys actually doing?
Is arguing a valid option at this point? Because we have no plan and we are just arguing.
I mean, you can argue all you like, but if you hit my RL time limit, I'm just going to fail the run on you guys.
I'd say we see if he's in, and if he's in, we geek him, and if he isn't, then we pull out the spirit search powers again.
Okay, but see, if he's in, we geek him. We need to flush him out to geek him, because you're not getting Vera to step inside that apartment building, probably,
Truth.
because that's his turf.
I mean,
The one thing you don't do is take on somebody on their turf. It's suicide, especially with a guy this prepared and this professional.
alright, what is our option for flushing him out?
Waving something in front of one of his cameras with "come out, bitch," shit like that.
Or
It'd be
flying a
interesting to
drone
see
in
his
through
reaction to
window.
that in any way.
Or flying a drone in through his window.
What is with your fascination with drones and windows?
Because if he's in there, we can use the drone's camera to actually see that wait, he's in the room. Yay. We can see him leave. And in fact, it is also very noticeable. You know, it points out, okay, it makes a point that we know where he is. We know his safe house. It makes a big point of that, and we just lost someone.
Who do we lose?
Booker, Scony left accidentally moved channels, I think.
What the fuck? Why was I kicked to general?
You accidentally probably clicked it.
Never mind. Okay, so right now, group decision. We vote. Who's for flushing him out by doing something to attract his attention?
I think we're for flushing him out. We just haven't figured out how.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's for flushing him out with drone through the window?
Sure,
Yes.
let's do it.
Okay, who has any other